Okay, guys, good morning, good morning. Saturday morning, got a couple things going on. So, I looked at that tree job yesterday. I'm gonna go on over there and work on that. That one tree that's leaning that I was looking at. If we can get a rope high enough in it, man, I just pull it down, man. So I think y'all could, man, you could put a rope around that, a bull rope, and you could probably just pull it over, man, with the bobcat, because you would lose some of the control on which way it goes. But I think that I could probably notch it and pull it and make it go right where the fence is already broke at. I don't know if he's going to want to do that or not, but yeah, let me grab my slingshot, y'all. So this is a slingshot, y'all, for putting a rope up in a tree. I don't know how good you guys can see it, but this is called a big shot, and it works really good. You put the bean bag, in the pouch here, and you can shoot. This thing will shoot. It'll shoot a long way, man. I want to say it'll shoot every bit of 150 feet. I've had it go up and over the tree that I'm doing, and anybody's been watching the channel for a while, y'all have seen me use this. I don't use it often, especially since I got the bobcat, but if you don't have a bobcat, this is a perfect tool to really help you. You can do a lot of work with this and a rope. I mean, as far as trees go, and a come along, because what you do is you sling the slingshot, you shoot the rope, the skinny rope. It's like kite string almost. You shoot it up in there, and then you tie it off to the big bull rope. And now the bull rope's going to cost you a little bit of bread, but go on and get you about 300 feet of it or whatever. And yeah, I don't know how much it costs a foot, but I want to say probably about $1 a foot or something. It ain't cheap. So I got in that 5-gallon bucket right there, I got a big a bull rope. And this way, while it's pulling the tree this way, that kind of thing. So and you could do the same concept with a come along. So and I got a disclaimer right here. I'm not a tree expert, but I know enough to know what not to fool with, number one, and I know enough to know what I can and can't do. So yeah, so I got an email. Well, I got a few emails yesterday, and two of the emails were wanting to rent my bobcat. Asked me if I would rent the bobcat out, and they were going to give me $700. Now, of course, I said no, but $700 a day. And I said no. So I don't know, if they for real or what, but I'm not even gonna entertain the thought. Somebody could come to me and tell me they'll give me $2,000 a day to rent my bobcat, and I wouldn't do it, y'all. I swear I wouldn't. I might go do the work, but I'm not gonna rent my machine to nobody. So there's apparently in just 2 days, there's apparently a pretty big shortage on equipment availability. So I was just watching a video that Shane did over there at DLT. Big shout out to Shane over at DLT. That was a good video you did, dude. Shane's thinking is definitely on point. And yeah, those are the things that I preach about all the time. I want to make the most money in the minimal time with the minimal overhead. Because I say it all the time, it don't matter. You can make $1,000 an hour, but if it costs you $980, you ain't making nothing. So Shane has really come a long way in his thinking, I think. So kudos to Shane. A couple things that he was talking about today that really made me think. understand why he would not buy a, you know, a bed definer. I get it, because, well, at the end of the day, for me, the reason I would not buy a bed definer is because I don't do enough bed defining work to justify it. The only way I really buy a machine would be a big money maker for me. You know, for me to buy a big machine. So I don't blame Shane for not buying a bed definer. You're not gonna hardly get it better than a shovel. Now, bed definer and that kind of work would be for somebody that's, you know, landscaping in neighborhoods where they're just building. And I mean, you can make money with one if you can get one cheap enough. But see, I don't take on a lot of that kind of thing, you know. So for my business, it wouldn't be a great investment for me, because, well, it can only do one thing. I tend to invest in tools and equipment that can do more than one thing. Well, the Bobcat obviously can do more than one thing by the attachments that you buy. You know, and the man lift can do more than one thing by, well, you can trim trees, you can paint a house, you can pull gutters, you can, you know, you can get lifted up, and whatever falls under that umbrella you can do with the man lift. But tools that more zero in on a specific job, a task, and they cost more than, you know, $2,000 or $3,000, I'm probably not going to be wanting to invest in nothing like that, you know, for me and my business. Now, obviously there's money if you own one of those bed edger definers. I'm talking about the machine. I'm not talking about the attachment that goes on a weed eater or whatever. I ain't the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one that really does a good job. And they do a really good job if you got enough work, you know. But I'm not really into the designing stuff. A bed definer, the big machine that does it, that's more for, you know, people that do the design and are designing a front lawn or whatever on a new property. Now, if I could find one that's really cheap, you know, then I might go into that business. But I'm not looking to do that, right? I'm just not. It's just not something that, you know, I want to get into. So today, Zach was supposed to work today, but, you know, he said he didn't feel good, man. You know, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. He said he got a toothache or whatever, you know. Well, that's going to knock him out of work, man, because I'm not going to not do the work, you know. I don't wait on guys to come to work to do the work. Y'all know that. We're gonna figure out how to get these, I'm gonna get all this cleaned up today, man. I don't see why I can't. And Zach, I didn't have to have Zach over here. I was just trying to help him generate some money so he could, you know, make money. But if he's you know, not available, he's not available. You know, I mean, I thought I was, you know, kind of sacrificing a little bit of the money to get him some of the work. You know, so for all you guys that say, well, man, you ain't keeping Zach busy. Well, you know, Zach is not seasoned every moment either. So I say it all the time. You can't, you know, come to work when you get ready. Yesterday it was way too wet for us to bring the Bobcat over here. I told Zach that. And so we had planned on working today and maybe tomorrow. That was the plan. So when I texted Zach this morning, you know, he was saying that he's got a toothache and he don't feel good, whatever. It's all noise to me. If he was really broke, though, he'd probably come to work no matter what. I've been out here many times sick and toothache and blah, 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 you know. In the wintertime, you got to really, you know, you got to come to work when the work's available, because, like, I'm going to do this work today, and tomorrow, Sunday, man, I might not even work tomorrow. So you got to have a plan when you're doing stuff like this. I'm I'm gonna try to see if I can cut that branch off right there. If I can get just some of the weight off the end, then maybe I can figure out a way to get it down. Okay, so the owner's gonna get in the bucket or on the bush hog or something, and we're gonna try to get this branch right here cut. We're gonna cut it, you know, on the end. Gonna cut that branch off that tree first, and then we're gonna cut a little bit off the end, get some of the weight off, and then work our way down. And you got nothing. You gotta be careful. I hate when pieces come down and hit the fence. Oh, where you at now?
It's a little sketchy.
Hey, hey. There you go. Oh, sassy with that saw. Damn. All
right, now can you get a little closer to this?
Yeah.
More a little bit.
And, you reach it?
I do. Cut it small pieces.
Yeah, just talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I told my guy there just to cut a little bit off the leaning tree, just to cut a little slit right there so I could break it with the Bobcat, and you see that that did work. Okay, y'all, so we got that one branch off. Y'all saw that. I don't know if we did it like you would have done it, but it don't matter, it's down. So we've decided that he's decided that we're going to take out this tree right here too, you know. So I'm gonna try to set you guys up, and we're just gonna notch it and drop it. I'm gonna try to get all this stuff, well, a lot of this stuff out from around the bottom of it. So well, I don't like stuff around my feet when I'm cutting a tree. So, but everything has went so far so good. So, but once I get all this debris up right here around the tree, then what we'll do is I'll be able to see exactly which way it's gonna fall. It looks like it wants to come down right, I mean, right along in here, man. So if it goes a little bit that way, that's cool. If it goes a little bit that way, that's cool. We're gonna try to hit this spot right here, but we don't know. And it might get hung up on some stuff too going down. But we got to get that tree down, man. So that's what we're gonna do. I got the big saw. I thought I'd be able to cut all this with a little saw, but it's pretty big stuff. So I'm gonna make a couple of cuts. We're gonna get all this debris up. I'm gonna take some of this debris over to his burn pile where he can just burn it up. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna get some of this dirt off of it before I cut it. I started cutting it and there's something holding it up in the air. I'm thinking it's that big dirt log there, all that dirt. We don't want it to stand back up, because that's just gonna make it where we had to get all under the fence with the bucket. So what I'm gonna try to do now is I'm gonna try to knock some of that dirt off and try to roll that thing this way. I might get the owner here to grab the fence and pull it off that way so I don't get wrapped up in the fence. But you got to be careful when you got stuff like this going on. All right, y'all, so got this one out. Now we just gotta get everything kind of out of the way, and then we're gonna go on and drop that one. And that one's gonna be real easy. Gravity's gonna be our buddy on that one. So I just kind of wanted to get everything out of the way. I'm gonna try to pick up this big stump right here and take it to the woods, or get it over the fence where that pile is. Pretty good bit of work though, a lot more work than what it looked like. You know, you could have never got this out without a machine here. So now we're gonna have to get some dirt from somewhere, Brett, and put in that hole. You know? Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna go on and I'm gonna go on and get this out of the way, and then we're gonna move the Bobcat and everything out of the way, and then I'm just gonna notch that one and drop it. I don't think we need a rope on it or nothing. I don't think we do. No way it's gonna fall this way. What it'll do, if it does anything, and y'all see all the branches, you got to look at kind of things, how things go. You see all the branches on this side. I mean, all the weight at the top is on this side, and then it's leaning freaking hardcore too. So I'll notch it and try to drop it right there. So that's the goal. I'm gonna go on and get this up, and yeah, I'm gonna charge the camera up a little bit.
There it goes.
Still get nervous whenever I do something like that. You know?
That was a good.
Fell right where we thought it would. That's exactly where we thought it would fall. Didn't have much choice really. So yeah, shit's gonna start growing up in here now. Hell yeah, y'all. All right, I gotta cut it up, man. I'm gonna go eat. I'm ready to go eat. Yeah, y'all, so that's a wrap over here, man. We are well, I'm done for the day. That's all I'm gonna do. We got that down. I'm gonna leave my skid steer here, so we're gonna be doing some more tomorrow. So if you were doing this by the hour, and you know, when you got a machine like this, see, I've only been over here 3 hours, and that's a lot of work in 3 hours, y'all. So if you were to do it for 3 hours and charge by the hour, hell no, man. Hell no. Even if you're making $200 an hour. $200 an hour sounds real good, don't it? But when you look at the scope of all the work that got done here, $600, that ain't that much money, man. And that's if you're making $200 an hour. I don't know what people charge to run a Bobcat without any brush cutter or anything, but $200 an hour, you got to be able to forecast better than that, man, if you're working you know, by the job. So that's why I don't like to do things by the hour, man, with a Bobcat, man. It can just do so much when it's your machine and you've got all the attachments and all. Like, this grapple bucket is critical, dude. I mean, yeah. So don't work by the hour, man, if you got a Bobcat. I don't know if you're thinking about getting a Bobcat, but the same thing applies to everything. You just got to know what your numbers are and how long it's going to take you to do something, right? But I'll get all that up tomorrow. Well, Ray, you can stay today and finish that up today. No, I don't have to, man. I'm going home, eat lunch, man. Chill. But I won't need Zach over here, see? Zach lost out on this job. This job's done. But y'all saw the owner did everything that Zach would do. So I'm just saying, you got to get in where you fit in, man. And if you ain't getting in where you fit in, you ain't gonna get in at all. Not in the wintertime. Well, you just get, get rolled right by, left behind, all that there. So looks pretty good though. Of course, it ain't all the way done yet, but I probably got about 3.5, 4 hours over here for real. Okay guys, so y'all saw what I got done over there. This is what I'm saying, man. When you got a bobcat dude like that, I tell you, any work that you know, Zach would have done over here, or when you got a bobcat like that, I mean, you can do so much by yourself, or you know, with minimal help. That you know, Zach missed out today, and I know he's sick and blah 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 blah. Sometimes you got to push through, man. So you know, tomorrow, I'm not even going to be. I'm not going to need no help tomorrow. See, I mean, I charge the same. So you know, for him, you know, so if I'd have had Zach over here, I would have charged the same as if I didn't have Zach over here. It's all the same. So that tells you that I'm trying to you know, give Zach work as I can, you know, but I try to give the guys that work for me work when I can. But you know, if they don't, you know, if they're not feeling good or whatever on the prettiest day of the week, I don't know what to say to that, man. I get it, you know. Everybody ain't 100% all the time. Now, a lot of the stuff that you guys see me do, man, you know, I'm showing you guys that because, well, this is what I do, and the channel is about the real out here that I do, that I go through. So there could be a lot of guys that look at the video and tell me how wrong I'm doing everything, and I don't really care, because y'all see that if I listen to everything that people say, then hell, I might want to go on and sit on the couch. But ever since I've been doing YouTube, you know, and you know, and doing, you know, tree stuff like what y'all just saw us do, I've been getting criticized about everything. Not doing this right, not doing that right. But at the end of the day, what folks ain't thinking about is apparently it's something right, because I've been doing tree work ever since I was a freaking teenager. Not professionally, but enough to where I understand tree work. And you know, I mean, I've worked for a tree surgeon before, when I was, you know, in my early 20s, but I didn't work for him for long. But I'm just saying that a lot of people come in the comment tell me how wrong I am for doing this, and you know, I ain't doing this safely, and I ain't doing that safely, and all that. Just save it, man, because I got all my fingers, all my toes, and I don't take on work that I'm not comfortable with. So, and I've never had anything bad happen. Of course, you know, it can happen at any given moment. So you have to weigh the risk versus reward and what you're comfortable doing. And if I tell you in the video that I'm okay with doing that, that means I have assessed it and looked at it and analyzed it 20 different ways before I ever turn the camera on, because it's kind of boring listening to me think. You know, I just want to say that it's not for the faint at heart, and it's not for you know, everybody. And I don't want people to think that because y'all see me do something sketchy, that you should do something sketchy. Because there's a lot more thought that goes into some of the stuff that you guys see me do than what you see on video. So I just want to put that out there right along with this freaking disclaimer I got right here. So now, curious as to some of you guys with a lot of experience, or as much as I got or whatever, what would you guys have charged for the job that I just did right there? Tell me what you would have charged. And remember, the owner's watching this. So I want y'all to tell me in the comments what you would have charged to do the work that I did today. Don't think about how long it took. Don't even think about that. Look at the scope, look at the difficulty level, and look at the what it would have taken for you guys to do what I did over there, money-wise. Please leave a comment, y'all, please. But yeah, y'all, so that's the video for today. I mean, you know, the channel is all about what I go through out here. I mean, that's what it is. So right or wrong or indifferent or whatever, you know, the work we did today is indicative of what I do on the reg and have been doing on the reg, for the whole time I've been in business, really. So the Bobcat just makes it where you can just, you know, do things and not have to kill yourself. So get smart with your money, y'all. That's all I can tell you. Get smart with your money and take a chance. Take a chance. Peace out.